Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we are going to take a look at this digital thermometer with a very long probe. This arrived in a cardboard box packaging, and inside that I got this. This was wrapped in this plastic packaging. So let me just take this out. And if you search on the internet for a thermometer, you will come across this type of thermometer from different brand names. The one that I've got was branded as Syga. For this I paid about 200 rupees or about 3 something US dollars. So this is a fairly long thermometer, and this tube that it comes in is made of plastic. You can open this tube from the both the ends. So let me open this from here, and at the end you have this if you want to hang this somewhere. So let me open this, and the thermometer comes out. So this is the thermometer probe, and I think there is a little small manual there. So let me just open that side as well. So this is the manual. Let me give you a screenshot. So if you want to read this, you can read. We can see that it can measure temperature from minus 30 degrees Celsius to plus 300 degrees Celsius, or in Fahrenheit minus 58 degree Fahrenheit to plus 572 degree Fahrenheit. The final note, there's not much given here. So let me keep this back in this box and close this down like that. And here is the thermometer itself. As you can see, this is made with plastic. This is very light. It's not very heavy, and as you can see, the model number on this, it says TP101. Again, the temperature ratings and the temperature range is written here. So let me just turn this thermometer on and let's see how it works. So let me turn this on. As you can see, it turned on. Now at the moment it is in the centigrade setting, so we can change that by pressing this button which says degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. If I press it, it will display the temperature in degree Fahrenheit as well. Again, press it again, it will go back to a degree Celsius. Here's a hold button which you can press, and it will remember the whatever temperature was here. And we have a max or min button. So if you at the end of the day, if you press this button, this will tell you the maximum temperature of the day. If you press it again, so let me press it once. As you can see, this will tell me the maximum temperature of the day. If I press it again, this will tell me the lowest temperature of the day. If I press it again, this will display the current temperature. At the moment in my room, the temperature is about 24-25 degree Celsius. So if I hold this probe with my hand, human body temperature is about 37 degrees Celsius, but it can vary from person to person. As you can see, I'm holding this with both my hand, and the temperature is climbing quite fast, but it's not very instant. I was hoping for it to be instant temperature measurement, but as you can see, this is taking a little bit of time. So whenever you're measuring temperature of something, make sure you're keeping it there for at least a minute or so. Only that will give you a better reading. So as you can see, the temperature is increasing. So it should stop at 36 something, because I've tested this before with different thermometers. So there is a variance of about 0.5 degrees or 1 degrees in many. In this I found that the variance was about 0.5 degrees, but which is very common across many digital thermometers that you can buy in the market. The other thing I want to test is whether this will turn itself off or not. But before we do that, let me just give you a proper measurement. So as you can see, I've got a tape measure here. So if we measure the heater from this side to this side, you will see this is about 24 centimeters in length, or we can say a little more than 9 inches long. And if you measure just the probe itself, you can see the probe is about a little shorter than 6 inches, and that's about 15 centimeters. The thickness of the heater is about half an inch. As you can see, about half an inch, a little more than half an inch. So that's pretty much about the settings and what you can do with this thermometer. And finally, one more thing, you can also turn the heater off the thermometer off using this on off button if you want to do that manually. And let us take a look at what kind of battery it is using. So you can open this compartment here, which also says battery, and let's take a look at what kind of a battery they are using. So as you can probably read, it says AG13, but you can also use LR44 in place of this one. As you can see, I've got a pack of LR44. These two batteries are compatible with each other. So if you can't find the AG13 one, you can also use the LR44 in place of this one. So inserting a battery is very easy. Make sure the top part goes inside and the flat part is visible to you. And then you take your cap. First you rotate this cap anti-clockwise in the opposite direction. Once you hear a click, then you want to tighten this down. Now we've tightened this down. As you can see, the unit turned off. Okay, so there is that. So that how you can replace the battery. If you can't find AG13, you can replace them with the LR44. Now let us take a look at whether this thermometer will turn itself off or not. For that, I've got a small timer here. So let me turn the thermometer on and then I will start the timer. So as you can see, the thermometer is now turned on and we've started the timer. Now we'll come back after 5 minutes of interval and we'll see whether the thermometer will turn off on its own or not, or whether you will have to turn this off manually. So let's come back after 5 minutes. Alright guys, as you can see, we are above 5 minutes mark and the thermometer hasn't turned off on its own. So I'm going to do this test for 15 minutes, and if it doesn't turn off within 15 minutes, I will assume that you will have to turn this off manually. So 5 minutes is up, it didn't turn off. Let's wait for another 5 minutes. After 10 minute mark, we'll see whether this will turn off or not. Alright guys, as you can see, it turned off about 8 minutes and a couple of few seconds. That's weird. That's a good thing I was recording continuously during this test. Otherwise, I would not have known that this turned off about 8 minutes. I mean, 8 minutes is a weird timing. It should be either 5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes, because nobody wants to keep their thermometer on for more than 2 or 3 minutes. They could have made it easily 5 minutes, but 8 minutes is a weird timing. So there is that. So even though it took 8 minutes, still a good feature that it will turn itself off, saving some batteries, but that will take about 8 minutes of timing. Okay, now let me just put this thermometer in my small fish tank and compare it to my aquarium heater display. So this is a small fish tank that I set up. There's a couple of fish in there with some java moss and some plant at the back. Anyways, this is the heater that I was talking about. As you can see, heater at the moment displaying 26 degrees Celsius. And let's compare the temperature with the heater that we've just got, which is now displaying the room temperature. So let me put this thermometer in, and let's see how quickly it reaches 26 degrees Celsius. As the thermometer reaches the ending temperature, it will slow down because the difference in temperature is very slow. That's why it takes the thermometer to display exact temperature a little longer. As you can see, I've had the probe almost 80% in, and we're not climbing at all. We're still 25.8. The other thing I want to mention here is that the display on my aquarium heater is not in decimal place, so maybe that's rounding it off to 26 degrees Celsius. Here, because I've got a decimal place, that's why it's displaying 25.8. But I think that's accurate enough for me, and this is the reason I got this thermometer, to make sure that the temperature displayed my aquarium heater is accurate. So I've got another level of security. So if in case I'm in doubt whether my heater is working properly or not, I can make sure by putting this inside my fish tank and holding it there for about 30-40 seconds. This will give me an idea whether my aquarium heater is working or not. So there is that. Alright guys, so this was my video on this digital thermometer with a very long probe. You can use this for a variety of applications, such as measuring aquarium temperature, food temperature, but make sure that you will have to hold this temperature probe in there for about 30-40 seconds to be able to give you a decently accurate reading. And once you are done with it, you can simply turn this off. You can use the container that came with this, which is also very handy. Put this in, which makes it really secure. Although it's not very sturdy, but the plastic is still strong enough to keep this safe, and now you can hang this anywhere you want. So that's pretty much it about this thermometer. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.